The big entertainment stories are coming up right here on Tea Time. Welcome to the program. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo, and I'm here with my co-anchors. Yes, I'm here with my co-anchors Ife Oshunkeye and Elsie Godwin.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, good morning. You're still on with your sir and ma.
Good morning, daddies.
Great. I'm Zaddy.
No,
Okay.
you're not. You're not my zaddy at least.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm good. Yes, yourself?
I'm great, and how are you? The not zaddy person.
Yeah, how are you, sir? For not make it, will not let
How
me
are
tell
you,
you.
Ife?
Oops.
It won't still work. Try harder.
It almost worked that you came back to your
Try harder.
bad vibe, but it's
Yeah.
all right.
I'm out to get, you know.
Oops.
Yeah.
Just a coffee.
Very.
I have you. Just coffee. Just a cup of coffee. In case you need Ife in your life, that's all he needs. Just give him coffee. He's fine.
I'll soon start my cafe, though, Misty's Cafe.
Oh, that would
Okay.
be really cool.
Well, are you starting it in your area, your own estate there, or elsewhere?
Yeah. How did
oh,
you
really?
know?
Okay.
Tokubo, you're a stalker. You're stalking me.
No. I know everything. I've got a crystal ball. Yes. Elsie, what's new? Did you find anything exciting or interesting by any chance? Because I know you always have exactly just one.
Full right now.
Oh,
I
okay.
Can't pick anyone.
Anyone,
out, so
okay.
Let's just move on.
Because I think you sent me like some I think something on Instagram with some women fighting. Do you
The
remember?
Yoruba actress.
Oh, the Yoruba actress. Those people, I don't know.
And they got her to apologize and to kneel down.
I'm
I'm
just
like,
wondering, was it necessary? Why
exactly.
go that
Far.
Do you know, I almost commented on the blog sites. You know, they are very famous with their captions.
Uh-huh.
But that caption was too ordinary. I was like, no, the person that captions all these people, this period is on leave or something. I wanted to caption
Or
it
it
for
could
them.
probably be a paid post. Maybe they sent it to them to push it out there.
Well,
just to
it's
send
possible
a message.
though, but-
And I saw people dropping comments saying that why didn't they go to beat Nkechi Blessing since they know how to.
She came back. Did you see her comment? She reacted.
she was
to it,
laughing.
yeah.
Like so many people said it.
No, she actually reacted and she cussed out the person who said that.
Okay, all right, guys. Let's leave it there and move on to our main stories. Yes.
Really, should we?
Yes.
Let's talk about those women.
Which women?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay, so we're starting with Peter Okoye, who says, if you really love your children, get a business, not a job. And he's getting quite a lot of backlash from this statement alone. But I think I understand exactly where he's coming from in the sense that...
Who's backlashing him?
People on social media,
Really?
yes, I have seen people criticizing him.
We have a lot of illiterates.
No,
No,
this is not a case
exactly.
of
Okay, so you've seen, yeah? You've seen some of the...
I understand his intention.
Exactly.
But I think he's also not very.
I think
what's
he
the word
probably
now?
didn't
Realistic.
articulate it well.
He probably didn't articulate it well,
Well,
and he's
yeah.
probably not. The word is not coming, but
okay.
he's just not well educated in this line.
Oh, come on,
I'm not trying
Elsie.
to be rude, right? This is why I say
Come on, Elsie.
so many of us in this part of the world are not financially literate.
No,
I
but
mean,
you don't have to
hold
be...
on. Look,
Okay.
if everybody
Let
goes
alone.
out
Once
there
you
to
get
start creating companies and doing business, who is going to work for who? Like, there's a place for people. I mean, there are people who have built their career working. I mean, built their life. They live a very good life and they work in a company. They've given their all and they are fine. If they die tomorrow, their children will be fine. Why? Because they are financially literate. And what does being financially literate means? It simply means that you know how to take care of your finances. Like when you get your finances, you know that I'm having an insurance for this. I'm looking at, I have a friend who was telling me over the weekend that she already opened an insurance package for her child in a particular bank. So basically you're putting in that money in there for her. If anything happens
Like
to you
trust
tomorrow,
funds.
Yeah.
they are fine, right? It is not about the kind of, you can be in business and not have anything to show for it even after you are dead.
You see, what he's trying to say is
happens.
that-
I'm
So-
really surprised you're talking like this, like, to be honest. I am really surprised you're talking like this because what he's saying is coming from a place of love.
Yeah,
and it's,
I understand
and a place,
his intention.
Wait, hold up. I gave you your 5 minutes of fame. Hold up.
People can do their job and also be financially
Are
okay.
you?
But it's not about the financial okay that he's talking about.
What's he talking about?
He's talking about having given them an inheritance and a legacy as well.
Maybe
because
you
the
should just teach your
business...
children to be able to stand on their own and live life while they're going through. Look, hold on. It's not everybody that got anything to inherit from their fathers. Even even people you look up to today, not every one of them got something from one parent to
So
fall
are
back.
you mad?
So it's fine. No, it's
Hold on.
fine
Are
to
you now?
inherit.
Talking about, please hold on, Elsie. Apart from your job right now on Tea Time, do you have other businesses that bring? Hold up, no, you have to answer that. Okay, you really don't have to answer that.
Exactly.
But forget it. I'm just saying that what this guy is saying makes total sense. He's not saying do not go out there to get a job, but at the same time, when
he said if you love your children, you will not be on a job. Then you have to be.
I think
doing
people
the
took it out of
Why would you
context
say
because that is a very
I know
ambiguous
families
statement.
that have lived their life working on jobs.
come
they have
on.
good salaries. They know how to manage their funds.
Elsie,
and they
can you
have
just let
time.
me talk?
If I wait, let me say one thing,
please.
Elsie.
Don't make it about me. Just make your point.
Okay, Elsie, it's not about you. I just want you to calm down a little bit because it's like you were really
very calm.
okay.
I'm very calm, but we need to be financially literate. That's what I have to say.
No, I think he's financially literate as well. You
Okay,
can't say
go
he's
ahead,
not
continue.
because I think he knows what he's talking about. But what I wanted to say is, like I said initially, that I think what he wanted to say was not portrayed in the appropriate way. So but I think what he's trying to say really is that you should leave a legacy for your children, one, and then you should leave an inheritance for them, two, and then thirdly, I think he's saying that, as you
independent.
If I please, let me just say my piece. As and when you work and as and when you have a business, your chances of being more financially stable is higher when you actually have a business. Because when you actually, when you have a business, yes, not necessarily, but maybe that's the part that he wasn't aware of. But when you have a business, you have your chances of succeeding in life financially is slightly higher than when you have a regular 9-to-5 job or when you have a regular job working for someone else. You're not your own boss, and then you don't have anything to leave to your children. But when you have a business, you can pass it on. But one of the things that people criticize him for is that some of the children may not even be talented in that business anyway, and they may not even want to run your business when you're gone. So those were the backlashes that he was getting at that particular time on social media.
I understand why me saying this seems weird because I'm not the 9-to-5 kind of person, right? But I'm the kind of person that understands people from different angles. Like, if I have not seen people that have lived their life and were able to leave a legacy for their children on being, not necessarily having a side gig, they lived a career path, they grew on that career, they did their best, gave their all, and were very professional,
Elsie,
right? And their life, in fact, their children are doing good.
Okay, let me give you just one more minute, to say.
Brother, I cannot say all I want to say in
1 minute.
So thank you.
Because I know Ife really wants to say one or two things.
I've been trying to talk, but you guys didn't let me, so let's just move on to the next story.
Maybe we'll come back to it.
No, we don't have to. Let's just move on.
Why don't we even talk about it and then, No, why don't we even talk about it and then, let the other...
It's fine.
It's fine.
Let's just move on.
Okay, all right. Elsie, you want to move on? Because it's like you yourself, you're not satisfied. Okay. All right. Chris Brown is up next as he grants alleged rape victim permission to inspect the Los Angeles home. Okay, we talked about this last year, didn't we? And at the time, we were wondering, what the repercussions would be if he did allow her to, come in and... take evidence and actually video everything, but I'm surprised that he has agreed. Well, he has agreed, but it's under stringent conditions. Apparently, they told him not to. They told him to film, yes, but not film, the suspect and her lawyer, but to film when they were doing it, or just to make sure that nothing is planted or anything like that. And they also have a stipulation that they've got to do it within 2 hours or 120 days, and to do it within 2 hours as well. Okay, so if you're the lawyer, I don't know what your take on this story is, if this is going to make any sense.
First of all, I just want to say big shout out to Chris Brown for doing this because it shows you have nothing to hide, which is, I'm going to bring Juicy into this, sorry about that, but which is what I'm saying, you always need your day in court. So if you're saying I'm not guilty about something, then come on, give them a chance. But another part I like about Chris Brown is the fact that he's a very business-oriented man. Just from that article alone, a lot of people wouldn't pick up on some things, but I picked up on something. It was like, while they are filming, he doesn't want to see the accuser's attorneys or...
Not him. It was imposed on him not to...
No, it wasn't imposed on him.
Okay.
He said he doesn't want them in his own footage because he's not trying to give cheap publicity to anybody, to any lawyer or to any cameraman.
No, I think it was stipulated. Elsie, I don't know if you saw anything of the sort. It was stipulated that they are not to see either him, and he's also not to video the lawyer and even the suspect herself.
Okay.
So it's both ways.
Okay.
But yeah, I like that he's doing this. I mean, before now, he wanted his name removed from the case entirely before they told him that was not going to be possible, right? So let's just let her inspect.
Exactly, and let's see what comes out of it. Agendo, indeed.
Hopefully, he gets through this and comes out greater.
Okay. All right, time for a break. When we return, we'll be bringing you scoop on IK Ogbonna. Don't go anywhere. It's where the big stories live. This is Plus TV Africa.
When I did it, I was full-on, hands-on on the whole project.
So how did you deal with it? All of that negativity?
I got depressed, obviously. Duh. Haven't you heard?
I've got 2 of the hottest topics currently trending on social media. If you've seen the word Senate trending on Twitter, that's because the Nigerian police force has gone Trump style.
I probably haven't shared this with anyone, but I reckon I get about like 100 people asking for help a day. That's a fact. I can prove that.
Welcome back. It's still the latest entertainment stories coming your way from your regular trio. And up next, we're discussing IK Ogbonna, who sues Lady Bold Pink for accusing him of being gay. So I saw the video and it's just absolutely hilarious. I don't even know where to start, on the woman or on IK Ogbonna himself. Exactly, that's what she says. It's so funny the way she says it as well. And it's so accusatory. And IK Ogbonna has already tendered a lawsuit, well, not a lawsuit, but a letter stating that, to the woman in question, stating that if she does not retract her statements within the next 7 days, that she'll be held accountable and they may sue or they may take further action against her. They actually posted the letter that was sent on social media as well. Okay, let me come to you, Ife. What's your take on the story?
Are you coming to me?
What am I going to do? No, they are not in this.
No.
Yeah, so...
Well, what I'm going to talk about is the update to the story, because there's a video of Bold Pink that she was with a gun and she was pulling out the bullets and bullets and a bullet, and she kind of did her own FU challenge while she was shooting the video. And she said she's always ready for her enemies. So let's see how this way. This just looks like some Nollywood script. So I'm just kicking back.
I think it's like a publicity thing where she's trying to just garner attention.
No, she has enough attention already.
I don't think so.
Yes,
How many million followers does she have?
Million?
Yes, I'm asking.
Thousands.
There you go then. It's not even up to 1 million. I mean, she should sit down, really.
How many musicians, how many celebrities in Nigeria that are so
But they're known for their talent, unlike her.
Yeah, she's known for her YouTube videos, for her Instagram videos.
That's what I'm saying, but
you didn't know her doesn't mean some people do not know her.
I'm not saying I don't know her. I know her. You know, I'm saying that, you know, regardless, she's not very well known on the entertainment scene. Exactly.
Well,
yeah, actually, I'm getting figures now saying, you know, that she has like 23,000, yeah, which is not that remarkable.
Done a few videos bashing different celebrities. I don't know if that's her own
style,
niche, right? I mean, she's done videos talking about Chioma, saying different things. She talked about Regina and her new husband, or alleged new husband, and I think this is just her style. And this style is probably going to bite her in the wrong place if she's not careful.
Eventually, if not now.
I mean, someone is sending you a lawsuit threat and you're cocking the gun. How does that work? Like, are you trying to kill him? If you kill him, what happens? Are you not going to go to jail? I mean,
and don't forget that 23,000 people would have seen her on the video as well.
So she needs to grow up and understand what she wants to do.
I'm glad you used that word, grow up. I think that's the word I was looking for.
Because, I mean, she kept on going, come out of the closet, you are gay, like...
Elsie, I have a feeling you want to act. If he wants to stay in the closet, let him stay. If he wants to come out, let him...
It's your closet in his closet.
Oh my goodness.
What he wants to do. She's talking about his wife, that he has a beautiful wife and he still goes around, allegedly, of course, trying to have something to do with other Nollywood actors.
Upcoming male actors, yeah.
And I'm wondering, how is that your business? Are you even his wife? Are you his wife's friend? Did she come to complain to you? How did you gather this information, right? So I think she should
Elsie, I think you sent me one video one time. Did they cut him? Did you remember something like that? Okay, all right. If you've not said anything.
There's no smoke without fire.
Okay.
This is the same Ogbonna having issues with Sonia, the wife, right?
Yes, but the thing is, to be honest with you, like Ife is saying, I've heard like this story like a million times.
You heard the rumor.
The rumor, that's the thing. Yes, so we don't yet know if it's fact or.
Well, like Ife always says.
Exactly, they say the Chop Life gang.
We don't deal with rumors, we deal with facts.
That's the thing.
So if this is a rumor, until he comes out to tell us
exactly.
That's why I'm not saying much. I'm not. That is what I'm saying.
Until he comes out to say I'm gay, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh my days.
Just let him live his life.
Yes. All right. On that note, we're going to take a quick break, but don't you worry, we'll be back before you know it.
What we do not understand, we will stigmatize.
What you can see is the remaining of the tanker that exploded.
He suffered equally confessed.
Now 500 naira they collect them.
If you no talk, then go beat you.
Now 2,500 they pay.
Welcome back, and it's time for our final story this morning. Rihanna's father seeks to dismiss the singer's lawsuit over a name exploitation. Okay, so this is one story that we also talked about last year. I think it was last year that the story broke, where Rihanna was trying to get her
last
father.
year or this year, bro?
That's what I'm saying. I think it was late
This
last
year.
year. Was it this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was this year sometime,
Early
February.
Really?
Or
Okay,
March.
it's like okay.
It's not so long.
So long ago. Oh, pardon me. I thought it was last year. So
They did time travel.
Sorry? No, it's not called time travel. You don't travel into the past. You travel into the future, don't you?
Oh, haven't
anyway.
you seen the movie where you can travel into the past?
Oh, we're talking movies now. If
Oh, yes.
seriously.
Come on, man.
We haven't got time. We've got Rihanna
You like
and
movies, and I'm trying. Oh, come on. Okay.
I don't even know where to start.
Let's
My
just
train
go on.
of thought
Let's
was
just
like,
go on.
and Elsie
Anyways,
just, yes, thank you,
Rihanna's
Elsie.
dad has come out to say, okay, maybe you want to take it from the beginning. Yeah, he sued him for using the Fenty name, and not
Fenty
just
name.
using it, actually trying to
Get business.
defraud people. Because I mean,
Exactly.
if you're not the one managing your daughter and you're claiming to be doing that, that is fraudulent, right? So she filed the lawsuit stopping him from using Fenty.
Yeah.
According to her, is a trademarked business name and all that. And now he's coming out to say that it's his surname, right? He can use it.
Exactly.
But I'm
And
not a
doesn't need
lawyer,
his
right?
daughter,
Correct
yeah.
me if I'm wrong. I mean, bearing your name as your name and using that name as a business are two different things, right? If it's your, nobody's saying you should remove Fenty from your name. We're just saying don't, or Rihanna is just saying don't use it as a business. Don't try to say you're the one managing me, or
Yeah,
I mean,
because I
so
think he has actually
I don't know if it's the
incorporated
same
that
thing.
name as a production company. I think it's supposed to be called Fenty Entertainment or
It's
something
Fenty
like that.
Entertainment, yeah.
Exactly.
But she
so
has trademarked the name.
that's what I'm saying. So that's where he's liable to some kind of some.
Ife has to help us here.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at you guys. Is liable to what? My last name is Oshunkeye. I start a business with Oshunkeye. My dad goes on to start another business, Oshunkeye. Hold up.
Okay.
My dad goes on to start another business, which is Oshunkeye.
Yeah.
He puts me as, he's the one managing his son, who is a
But she
presenter.
didn't put him.
Wait, I'm just saying that he does that. He puts me like, oh, it's a company, and people, because I am fancy, people probably send me mails like, oh, can we get your daughter? And I'm going into conversations with them. But I haven't signed any documents, so I'm not culpable for anything because we share the same last name. So you can't tell me not to
it's
use
the first
Oh, there's
It's the
already
first
a case.
person.
There's a first person actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to companies law.
Can I remember the name? now, there is, I think he has a very big YouTube channel, and he actually signed the guy based on the fact that he claimed to be managing.
And so when you sign somebody based
and then they had like money issues.
There were money issues,
so,
something, and they paid
I understand, but it had nothing to do. Rihanna is only a legend that is using a name, but we don't have evidence yet.
It's not just there's an evidence now because somebody is coming out to say that
they have a witness
standing and
that
saying he's
they
the one
paid
handling.
to get Rihanna on the show or something, and
like
they paid for Rihanna's blah, blah, blah.
What I saw was like for 300.
What I'm saying is that your last name cannot be said to be a trademark if we have the same last name and we use the same blood. I get the case.
No, it's not the case. I'm even talking about in terms of company's law. The first person to register the name has total rights, regardless of whether it's your name or not.
I mean, if anybody comes up to say LC, blah, 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 it's a business, right? Doesn't mean I can't bear my name, but I can't use that name for a business.
For business, that's it.
You can't use that name for business that has, what's the word now? That has conflict of interest, maybe.
No, even the same name, even the same name. The thing is, okay, like Elsie said, Elsie's business is her name. If I come up with a business and I call it Elsie, and
if you're doing the same thing she's doing with that.
No, regardless, they should not even be the same thing at all, according to company's law.
And I think business name, but once you trademark it,
that's the thing.
It is yours.
Well, I don't know about here, but in the UK, I'm going by the UK law. You can't. So I don't know what the law is in the US. I don't know what the law is here in Nigeria in terms of company's law. But in the UK, once someone has used the name, regardless of you using that particular name, once it has been registered, trademark, or even as a company name, you can't use it any further. So it's the first person.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
But anyways, let's see how this plays out, because I'm not comfortable with the fact that this is a father and daughter race.
Yes, it's going to get slightly messy.
It's already messy,
yeah?
right? But I believe that their team will come together at some point to come to an agreement.
Do you think you can understand where the father is coming from? Because as far as he's concerned, this is the family name.
I can understand where he's coming from, because there's an atom of fraud in this. So if he was just fighting for I want to be able to use the name, and there is
he wasn't addressing the fraud issue. If you guys read it.
Yeah, he did.
Everything is all involved.
He was just talking about the name, which is what I am talking about.
Okay.
We're not going to the fraud part, but if you guys want to bring the fraud,
it's all in the case.
Yes, what he's addressing and what he's asking her to throw out the case is because it's their name. That is the point I'm trying to make.
Okay,
so don't let us go around in circles.
The judge is going to say, though, because
so if the case gets dismissed, then we'll give you the thumbs up. If it doesn't get dismissed and Rihanna wins,
we need the thumbs up.
We need the thumbs up.
Oh, you do?
Yes, thank you.
Great.
All right, Elsie, final thoughts?
Good luck to Rihanna.
Exactly. Ife, final thoughts?
Good luck to Rihanna's dad.
Okay. Good luck to whoever wins. That's how I wrap up. And that brings us to the end of the program. Join us this afternoon for another episode. But before we go, my thank yous, as always, go first and foremost to my co-anchors, Elsie and Ife, then the production team, as well as our group of stylists, Liz Harrison and Kutis Empire. I'm Tokumbo Tai saying thanks for watching.